Alright, you guys, I know my hair is a crazy mess, but I'm about to just, I'm not gonna fold any clothes. I'm just gonna put them into piles, like mine and Daniel's, babies, baby Lex's, and then like the kids' and stuff. So, as I'm doing that, I wanted to talk to you guys about a question that I had, and one of the questions I got asked was, does any of my kids have CMT? Well, if you don't know what CMT is, it's called Charcot-Marie Tooth. It's a neurological neuromuscular crippling disease. And it's pretty much, sorry, that's so hard. Why is it I come in here and now kids follow? What? So anyways, what it is it's a crippling disease. CMT. Okay, so guys, go in the living room. Okay, so I told them I was coming in here to vlog. Well, anyways, Mason has CMT. When he was, oh goodness, like, there was things I saw when he was littler, but looking back, I saw it even more, if that makes sense. Like, I see it looking back now than I did back then. So when Mason was little, he would wake up in the middle of the night, especially when it was cold. He would wake up in the middle of the night and he would cry. We couldn't figure out what was wrong with him, and me being the mother I am, you know, I just thought it was a thing of he just wanted to be picked up, he wanted to be held, he wanted comfort, he wanted, like, you know. So we did a lot of co-sleeping with him. And I noticed that when, like, we wrapped him up in a blanket and we got him warm, he was fine. And my grandma raised me, so she knew CMT. But, and she knows my dad's CMT. But, she was like, when Mason was, like, super newborn, she was like, if a baby has a hard time going to sleep, you know, get them warm, feed them and stuff like that, and they'll go to sleep. So I just thought it was like that or something. Well, I come to realize that he didn't like cold. He'd cry when it was cold. Anything cold, he didn't like it. So I learned that he was bad at regulating body heat, which I am. Now, he doesn't have it as bad as I do, but he gets really, really hot faster than I do, but he gets cold when he shouldn't be cold, and that's a lot because I get cold pretty easily, if that makes sense. So I noticed there, and then he fell a lot. He would always fall, and I thought that it was just like him being a toddler, you know, he would fall and, you know, learning how to walk. Well, I didn't know that he was falling more than what a toddler should be falling. Then the other thing was, like, I noticed the falling. That was, like, the key, but I just, you know, you think that it's just toddlers, like, they're learning how to walk and crawl and, run and stuff like that. So I was just like, okay, maybe that's what it is. Well, he fell a lot. Well, then the other thing was when he would do that, he would get wore out easily. So he has ADHD, which tells his mind to just keep going. But he gets wore out easily. So he's like in this predicament of what to do. So I was like, I noticed that. And then I noticed that his feet was dropping and turning inwards. So I noticed that was a key factor. And as he started to get older and he was able to, like, tell me how he felt, and at school and stuff like that, he would his feet looked like my sister's feet. So I noticed there that something wasn't right. So I was like, he's officially 3, 4. I think he was 3 when we got approved and went in, and 4 when he was fully diagnosed. So we went in to see my doctor that I had, and she was like, oh yeah, they were like, we see it really, you know, we see it. So, like, okay. Well, they ordered blood work. We got the blood work done. The blood work You always get blood work and you always get an EMG. If the blood work comes back negative, then you don't get an EMG. But when you get blood work, they didn't do an EMG, which is like they stick these needles in your skin and they shock you to check your nerve reaction and your muscle reaction and stuff. So, and everybody always cries. Babies, kids, adults. Like, it hurts. I cried. I'm terrified of needles because of it. Well, anyways, Mason, on the other hand, he got tested. And he has CMT. I have CMT 1A. My dad has CMT 1A. My little sister has CMT. I think she has CMT 1A. I know that one, but I think she has like 1AZ or something. I'm not exactly sure. Like, she's the only one that I know that has to get surgery because of her CMT. And Mason's blood work came back inconclusive. But then it came back that he has inconclusive means that they couldn't pick up the strand that they were looking for. They was looking for CMT 1A, which I have, and my dad has, and my sister has. So they were trying to pick up on that strand. They couldn't get it. So they did blood work again. It came back up inconclusive. It came back positive for CMT, but inconclusive on the 12 strands that are known. So he has CMT. We're just trying to figure out what strand it is. But until the meantime, they're treating him as if he has my CMT strand. So he's got to wear his braces, physical therapy, you know, all the stuff that comes with CMT. Appointments, follow-ups, doctors, physical therapy, rehabilitation, which is just like PT and like braces, and if he's going to need a wheelchair, when he's going to get it, how to go about it, you know, all this good stuff. So, there's that. His EMG, we thought that he was going to cry. Mason, fun fact about Mason has a tendency of, he can't regulate hot and cold. Like, he gets cold super easily. Like, he thinks that warm water is freezing cold, but then he thinks that little bit warm water is too hot, and then he thinks warm water is too hot. So it just depends, right? Like, it just depends around him and how he's feeling about the weather, like the water temperature. So with that being said, he has a hard time with feelings. So when we went in to do the EMG, they asked me, they said, do you want to medicate him a little bit, that way he doesn't feel it and he does okay? It's like, yeah, that's fine. Mason, having his biological dad's genes, he's small, like, he's tiny. His dad right now weighs 113 pounds, and he's 20, I'll be 24, he just turned 26. So, and he's a twin also, and his biological dad's mom is really small too, so anyways, so he's just tiny. So they gave him a little dosage of the medicine to make him a little bit numb. Like, not numb, but like not so coherent to the pain. And usually they still scream and cry. We went back there. Mason was cracking up laughing. He was taking the needle and sticking it inside his skin itself. He said he didn't feel it. He thought it was the funniest thing in the whole wide world, which was really odd to the doctors. They were recording it and everything. They were like, this is strange. He's the first one to ever do that. That's so odd. So Mason's EMG is identical to my EMG that I had done at his age. So we have like strand for strand, match for match EMG. So he does have CMT. He will more than likely follow in my footsteps. Granted, mine is worse than his because, like, he has the energy to run and play. He has the jumping ability. He can stand on one foot. Now, we go back October 15th to see how he's done in the time period of here in like a year to a year. So, just to see how he's doing. But he could do a lot more stuff than I could at his age. So, we'll see about that. Now, Aubrey, on the other hand, Aubrey falls a lot more than Mason. And Aubrey, this will be her first time being seen for it up at Children's. But, she goes October 15th with Mason because I did their appointments at the same time because it's going to be by the same doctors and stuff. So it's easier to get both of them done together. So Aubrey, she falls a lot, she cries a lot, she whines a lot, she gets wore out a lot. She's not a fast runner. Like, she's kind of slow at running. We encourage her to run fast, but like, she can run. She doesn't run as fast as other 3 and 4 year olds her age. She still needs her really long naps, even though she doesn't want to take her nap. So she's in that between stage of taking naps and not taking naps. What's going on? Who's in the dryer?
Nobody. I was just fixing the room out in the
Gotcha.
kids' bedroom.
But she can jump. She can run. Like, I'm not saying I want it, but Aubrey's following the same footsteps as Mason is on his development and stuff like that. So Aubrey cries a lot. Mason cries a lot too, but Aubrey cries a lot. She says that she hurts, but she can't pinpoint where she hurts. She stays really cold. Like, she is always all the time saying she's cold. And like, guys, we do everything to keep the kids warm. Like, I like to be bundled up warm, you know, so I do the same thing for the kids. But she says that she's cold a lot. She falls a lot. She trips a lot. She cries a lot. She can't run really fast. I think that's about it on her. So she'll be getting blood drawn and go from there on hers when we go October 15th. Now Lex, baby boy, he is still way too little to get tested. But me and Daniel thinks that he has CMT too. And I'm going to tell you guys, the father has a 50% chance of passing it on to the child. The mother has a like 5 to 10% chance of passing it on to the child, if not less. So there's that. But Lex, though, he's fine. You know, he's still a baby. He doesn't show all the signs and everything that we would. But as adults, like, he can't walk yet. He can't run yet. He can't skip. You know, he can't do none of that. Crawling, like, babies crawling, that starts at different ages, you know, so there's that. So we just got to play the waiting game. The only thing that makes us a concern to him having CMT is his legs will turn purple and red because he can't regulate body heat really well in his legs and his feet. And it could be really, really hot out. He could be really hot, but his feet will be really cold. He likes to be in really big, thick sleepers when we're outside and it's like 80 degrees. If he gets colder, he freaks out, he cries. But it's just like, if it's cold in the house, he's cold. If it's hot in the house, he cries because he's cold and he wants on something thicker. If it's super duper ridiculously hot, then he likes to be like dressed down for cooler. To be like cooler. So like at night, it's really hot in our bedroom, and I like it. Daniel can't stand it, but I love it. I love the heat. But Lex does too. So what we do is we have him in like a sleeper like a onesie that has long sleeves, and we put socks on him. That way he's not getting too overheated. But he sleeps perfectly fine like that. Baths, you know how like you're supposed to give a baby a bath in warm water? Lex does not like warm water. I think he thinks that it's too cold because his legs start turning like red and purple. But anyways, so with that, like, we have to get a little bit on the hotter side for him to be able to take a bath. So that's about it. Like, with Baby Buggy, what, Mason? Go in your room and play. But that's about it on him. Not much. Like, as we go on with time, we will know if he hasn't or not. And honestly, to be on the safe side, I'd rather get tested. And guys, it's not even a thing for a Social Security check. Like, I know somebody's going to pop in there saying that I want my kids to be disabled and blah, blah, blah. No. It's not even that, you guys. The reason why I want to get them tested is because if they have it, it's better to know than not know, because we can then get the proper treatments and stuff to keep their feet from turning inwards completely and then have to be surgically fixed so they can walk, and get them on the right treatment to get them properly, get them the help that they need, like me, because I wasn't expected to walk past the age of 4 years old. That's just that. I wasn't expected to walk. And here I am at 23, almost 24, and I can still walk. Granted, I believe if I had my hip replacement done, I could be able to walk better. I don't know. But my hip pain, my CMT pain is really bad, but my hip pain makes it all the worst. So where I would be an 8 in CMT pain, my hip pain makes it makes it a like 15 out of 10. It's bad. But you guys get to see, like, my fingers are curling up for my CMT. I walk really bad, but that is that, you guys. I just wanted to get on here and tell you that little question. I'm just trying to answer your guys' questions, and I thought I'd individually ask them one-on-one. So I will be coming back to answer another question. I think my book is somewhere where I wrote all the other questions. And I hope you guys like this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and give me a big thumbs up. By subscribing, you get to follow our journey and keep up with us. It lets YouTube know that we're content to watch, and it helps with the algorithm if you like, and you should be able to comment too. My comments haven't been disabled yet. I say yet because I do vlog my kids. So if you guys want to do that, that's awesome. If you want to see the aquarium trip, go check that video out. It was where I ran over my child, my 3-year-old, with my smart drive. So that's always fun. But I will see you guys in another video. Like I said, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you later. Bye!